Go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, 1. Make sure you are doing. Stay healthy today. Okay, next. Let's go to next exercise is just make a big circles using your arms. 1. Okay, one more time, everyone. 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, very good to those who are doing. Okay, next. Next exercise, your ankle and feet exercise. Just twist them a little bit, okay? So, okay, 10. Just do it on your own at home. Okay, one more time. To your right also, if you did it on your right, you do it also in your left foot. Okay, finish. Now let's proceed to our very first topic, which is the digestive system and excretory. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am ready.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
You respond when I ask you a question, okay? So anyway, for chapter 1, we will be discussing all about digestive system and the excretory system, okay? But for today, let's have first the digestive system, okay? Because that is a bit too long too. So this is a picture of excretory system. So this is what it looks like, okay? So you can find the excretory here in your, this is where it located, okay? Now let's go to the digestive system. So it consists of your mouth, your esophagus, your liver, your stomach, pancreas, gallbladder, this one, the small intestine, large intestine, appendix, and the very small tip. Next one is the rectum and your anus, okay? So this is where it's located in your body, okay? So be familiarized with this one because I'll be asking you later on. So by the way, are you finished with your drawing? Did you do this in your notebook?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good job. How about did you put the names, the label?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I will check that one. Plus points to those who finished that one. Okay, so anyway, this digestive system and excretory system ensures our body is functioning well, meaning to say, to make sure that our body is working, okay, working very good, something like that, okay? If it's working, oh, sorry about that. Okay, so if it's working, excellent. Okay, now let's proceed to the digestive system. So there are main topics that we need to discuss here. The process of digestion. Okay, so this process of digestion, these are the steps on how these foods are being processed in your body, okay? Next one is maintaining a healthy digestive system, okay? So how are we going to protect them and how are we going to make them healthy? Okay, is it by eating fruits and vegetables, drinking more waters? Okay. Now let's have what is digestive system? Okay, will you please read everyone? Responsible for providing nutrients needed by our body. Okay, will you please read that? Go. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, you read
Responsible for protecting
providing.
nutrition needs by our body.
Okay, meaning to say responsible for giving you nutrients, okay, that you need in your body. So what are these nutrients that you need in your body? For example, so we have 6 essential nutrients. So what is nutrients? แปลว่าอะไร
เป็น
nutrient
อาหารที่จำเป็น
Okay, so for example of these essential nutrients, essential meaning important, okay? First one is the vitamins. แปลว่าอะไร vitamins?
วิตามิน
Oh,
วิตามินซี
vitamin ใช่ vitamin C. Okay, next. Minerals. แปลว่าอะไร minerals?
แร่ธาตุ
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 Okay. Next one, protein. แปลว่าอะไร
โปรตีน
อุ้ยอย่าออกเสียงตีนอะไรขนาดนั้น
Okay, next.
วอเตอร์น้
Okay.
คาร์โบไดออกไซด์
Okay. So what
ำ
are
คาร์
those?
โบได
คาร์โบไฮเดรตนี่หว่า
Okay, everyone. What are those 6 essential nutrients that you need in your body? Will you give me one? Will you
วิ
give me
ตา
the
มิน
วิตามิน
vitamins? What else?
มิเนอรัล
water
Minerals. What else?
water
แฟต
Water. What else?
แล้ว
คาร์
ก็
โบไฮ
อะไร
เดรต
Carbohydrates. What else? 2 more.
โปรตีน
Protein and
and
วอเตอร์
fats. Okay, so again, tell me the 6 essential nutrients. Vitamins. Continue. Vitamins.
วิตามิ
วิ
น
ตามิน
มิเนอรัล
โปรตีน
โปรตีนแฟต
fat water
วอเตอร์
Carbohydrate. Okay, so don't forget those ones. I might ask you those again. Okay, so these vitamins, I will write first, okay? Okay, there. So these vitamins and minerals, what we call are examples of micronutrients. Okay, so meaning to say
Okay.
micronutrient, say small. Okay, the word from the word itself, just a little amount. Okay, small. Okay, let's write here small amount. Okay, so let's have an example here. Okay, so micronutrients, these are nutrients that a person needs in small doses. Okay, like what I said earlier, we need it in a small amount. Okay, small, not too much. Okay, just a little amount of vitamin C, vitamin D, something like that. Okay, so again, what are the 2 types of micronutrients? These are
มิเนอรัล
vitamins and
มิเนอรัล
minerals. Very good. Okay, so let's have another example for this. So let's give them an example for this micronutrients. Okay, so micronutrients, for example, there are 2 types. Okay, 2 types of micronutrients which are under vitamins. Okay, under vitamins, which is water soluble and fat soluble. Okay, so when we say water soluble, it's easily dissolved ngay. Kaya dissolve. Pep na. Let's look for it. Pep nang na ha. Okay, so what is dissolve, everyone? Will you read the pasatay of dissolve? Is it lalay?
Lalay.
Lalay. Okay, so for example, let's go back first to this one so that you would better understand. Okay, so for water soluble, need to say it's easily or are being dissolved in water. So for example, if you put a powder, let's say a Milo powder in a cup of water, it will be dissolved, right? It will be mixed, Shamai. So that's for water soluble. As for, I'll just there we go. So once again, for water soluble, it's easily or quickly dissolved in your body. For example, let's just take this as an example. If you put your milk powder in a cup of water, the milk powder will easily be distributed or dissolved in the water, especially if it's hot. So for this water-soluble vitamins, it will simply pass through your body. So it will just run through your body, okay? As for, but let's give them example first. Example for water-solubles are vitamin B, okay? So for vitamin B, which is also known as thiamine. Okay, so example for it is a whole grain foods. For example, rice, what else? Oatmeal, those ones. Okay, next one is meat, fish, poultry, and eggs. Poultry, these are the chicken or turkey. Okay, next one, milk products. And of course, vegetables like green leafy vegetables and potatoes and beets. Okay, next one, legumes. So these are examples, nuts. What else? Peas, okay, or soybeans. Next one is orange and tomato juice. Okay, so will you give me example for vitamin B? Just one? It's already on the screen. Okay, give everyone. Will you give me, where is, what's her name again? June. Will you give me one example of vitamin B or thiamine?
Orange.
Orange. Okay. Another example. I'll just get your names here. Okay. Another example. Shutikan. Is Shutikan here? Okay. How about Kanika? Will you give me another example of vitamin B aside from orange? How about you, Kanika?
Lemon.
Lemon. Chai. Okay, so those are the examples of vitamin B or thiamine. Okay, so these are the foods that can easily be dissolved in your body or can easily be lalay in your body. Okay, next one. Am I correct? Is it lalay? Okay, next. For vitamin B2, these are dairy milk, yogurt, cheese, eggs, lean beef or pork, meaning to say meat, the meat only, mishay the fat, okay? Next, organ meats like liver, chicken breast, and salmon, okay? Next, will you give me example of vitamin B2? Let's have Pawitida. Pawitida, will you give me an example? Just look on the screen and you can tell me the answer. Okay, go. Pawitida, give me one example for vitamin B2. Ani? Just give me one.
ไม่ใช่เด็กใหม่
Will you read this one?
ไม่พอสิ
Egg. How will you read this? Egg. Okay. Another example, please. Where is Shayanisa?
ใช้ทั้งหมด
Shayanisa, will you give me another?
Yes.
Aside from eggs, what else? Just look here and just tell me one. Okay, Pawitida already mentioned the eggs. How about you? There are
Orange, not teacher.
again.
Orange.
Orange is vitamin B2, B1. Okay, we are already in vitamin B2, which is this one. Okay.
Salmon.
Yes, salmon. Okay, Shayanisa. Okay, now let's go to. So don't forget the examples of each vitamin. Okay, vitamin B1 and vitamin B2. Now let's proceed to vitamin B3 or niacin. Okay, so example for this are liver, chicken breast, tuna, turkey, salmon, anchovies, pork, ground beef, peanuts, avocado, brown rice,
หลายอย่างเลยเนาะ
wheat, mushrooms, green peas,
เฮ้ย
potatoes,
พอ
and
มาแล้วไม่ถึงที่ห้างถึงที่
enriched food. Okay, so these are the vitamins. Vitamin B3, also known as niacin. Okay, will you give me example for this? Let's call Kanyabak.
แข่ง
ยาพักที่ชื่อ
Oh, Kanyabak.
เขาชื่อว่ากันยาพักแต่ที่เชื่อเรียกว่ากันยาบัก
Chai, Kanyapak. What is it? What's the proper pronunciation? Kanyapak or Kanyabak?
กันยาพักที่ชื่อ
Kanyapak. Okay. Okay, Kanyapak. Will you give me one example for this? Vitamin B3. Just read one here. Come on, go. Kanyapak. Okay, I will
ไม่มี
go.
อะไรที่จะมาตรฐานไปมากกว่านั้น
Okay, there. Kanyapak. Will you give me one example for vitamin B3 or niacin? Underwater soluble. Again, water soluble. It easily dissolve in your body. Okay. So what is it? Kanyapak. Just give me the first one here. Or read this one. Yoo-hoo. Oh, help. Help. Napakamon.
chicken breakfast
Okay, chicken breast. Okay, this one. Okay, now it's your turn. Kanyapak. Napakamon told me chicken breast. You will get vitamin B3 in chicken breast. How about you, Kanyapak? Will you give me one example? One example, I mean. Just look here and read. Will you please read the first one, Kanyapak? Liver, chai, liver. Okay. So again, these are the examples for vitamin B3, okay, or niacin. Okay, next. Next one is, let's go to vitamin B5. Okay, so examples, pork or meat. Examples are pork, chicken, turkey, duck, or beef. Next one, fish. You will also get vitamin B5 in when you eat fish. For example, salmon, lobster, or shellfish. Next one, grains. These are the whole grain breads and cereals. If you're eating cereals in the morning, you will get vitamin B5. Okay, now let's go to the dairy products. For example, the egg yolk, milk, yogurt, and other milk products. Okay, next one is the legumes. For example, soybeans. Okay, so will you give me one example again for vitamin B5? Let's call, where did we stop? Okay, next one is sahapog. Sahapog, will you give me one example for vitamin B5?
I don't know.
But you don't know. Here, just read one here. Ani, read one example here.
Milk. Milk.
Okay. I will still call you later, Sahapog, so just prepare your answer. Okay, Siriacon. Will you give me one example for vitamin B5? Siriacon.
Milk.
Again?
Milk.
Okay, milk. Okay, how about you, Sahapog? Milk is already given. How about you? There are so many here. Just read one. Ani? Sahapog, ani? 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 And ani? And ani? Okay, so anyway, let's just call other classmates. Okay, Tanakun. Tanakun, will you give me one example again?
what
B5. Vitamin B5. Here. Here.
I can
Ani? Tanakun?
Yogurt. Dark yogurt.
Yogurt. Okay, so that is a milk product. Okay, so next one is, so what's the other, let's just go back first so you would not forget. Now, let's go to vitamin B1. Okay, what's the other term for vitamin B1? That is thiamine. Okay, next one is vitamin B2. These are the examples. I'll give you 2 minutes or 1 minute to look at it. or read them on with your eyes only. Okay, next. Vitamin B3, also known as niacin. Examples, these are the liver, salmon, ground beef, fish. Okay, next one. Vitamin B5, you can get vitamin B5 in pork, chicken, salmon, milk products, and legumes. Okay, so that is for water soluble. Again, what is water soluble? These are the vitamins that can easily be dissolved in your body. Okay, so what is dissolve again? ละลายใช่ไหม ละลาย okay?
ละลาย
ละลาย okay, so ละลาย is dissolved. Okay, next one. Let's have fat soluble. Let's go to, let's just underline this. Okay, so for fat soluble, for example, oil, for water you can easily dissolve ใช่ไหม as for fat you cannot dissolve. Fat cannot be dissolved in waters. For example, if you mix oil in a water, it cannot, ใช่ไหม so same thing with this kind of food. So for this one, it will be stored in your body. So if you haven't eaten for 1 day or 2 days, then you can use this fat to gain energy. Okay, so this fat will stay or take longer for 6 months in your body. Okay, now let's have example for fat soluble vitamins. Like for example, vitamin A, examples are liver oil, eggs, orange, and yellow fruits. Okay, so for vitamin A, example is a carrot. Okay, next, that is for vitamin A. Now let's proceed to vitamin D. Vitamin D, let's call, where did we stop here? Patarapon. Will you give me example of vitamin D? Just look here. Read one. Okay, read one example of vitamin. Okay, meat or
Red
the
meat.
red meat. Okay, next one. Will you give me another example? Where is who is saying me? Okay, you can go ahead and answer. Okay, will you give me one example too? Aside from red meat.
fish.
So Pakon Khan is the one saying me. Okay, good. What is your answer again? Pakon Khan?
Salmon.
Salmon. Chai, very good. Okay, so these are the examples. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, herring, liver, red meat, egg yolks. What is the what is the color of egg yolk? Is it yellow or white? When you eat egg nai, what is the color of the egg yolk? Yellow or white? Everyone. Okay, so the egg yolk is the color yellow, okay? Next one is cereals too. Okay, so those are vitamin D, foods that is rich in vitamin D. Okay, now let's go to, let's erase this first. Okay, let's proceed to vitamin E. Okay, so example, will you give me an example, basing it here. Where is Nisha Khan? Nisha Khan, will you give me example of vitamin E? Shaam? Okay. Let's call Non Lapan. Non Lapan? Okay, so anyway, let's just proceed. Just stay there and listen, okay? So for vitamin E, these are sunflower seeds, almonds, peanuts, pumpkin, or the red bell pepper, okay? So these are the foods that is rich in vitamin E. So, which is also good for your skin. Okay, next one. Let's have vitamin K. These are also known as potassium. And examples are spinach, lettuce, broccoli, cabbage, fish, eggs, or meat. Okay, next. So let's have a recap here. And will you give me example again for vitamin A? One example for vitamin A. Let's have pirawat. Pirawat. Okay, everyone, will you read this one instead? Cod liver oil, go.
Coffee
Oliver
Go. Next,
egg,
egg. Next, fortified breakfast cereals, go.
breakfast cereal,
Okay, next, let's have the, okay, here. Ani,
love with vegetable,
leafy vegetables. Okay, that's for vitamin A. Okay, next, let's go to vitamin D. Will you read this one? Ani, okay, go. Salmon.
salmon,
Okay, next.
เสียงอะไรมาคุณเพิ่งตื่น
Sardines.
sardine,
Okay, next. Mackerel.
mackerel,
Liver.
liver,
Next. Egg yolks.
egg yolk,
Okay, so those are
เอ็กเหี่ยว
rich in vitamin D. Okay, now let's proceed to vitamin D. E. Okay, will you read? I'll just underline. Okay, almonds, go.
almond,
Okay, next, pumpkin.
pumpkin,
It's easy for you to remember these examples, okay? Sunflower seeds.
sunflower seed,
Okay, red bell pepper.
red pepper,
Okay, so this red bell pepper, these are the big chili ngai. Have you seen one? The big chilies, like bell. It looks like a bell. That's why it's bell pepper. Okay, so that's for vitamin E. Now let's proceed to vitamin K. Okay, will you read the first one? This one, green leafy vegetables. Okay, so for this one, anything that is green and has
carrot, vegetable,
next, broccoli.
broccoli,
How about this? Will you read?
cauliflower,
Flower. Okay, fish, Okay, read it.
Fish,
fish,
liver,
Next.
meat,
meat,
eggs,
egg,
cattle. Oh,
Cereals. Okay, so cereals. Okay, so these are the examples for vitamin, fat-soluble vitamins. Okay, so water-soluble vitamins can easily be dissolved and just simply pass through your body. Okay, that's for water-soluble. As for fat-soluble, cannot be dissolved. Okay, so they will stay longer in your body for about 6 months. Okay, so everyone, will you give me the 4 examples of water-soluble vitamins like vitamin B1? What's the second one?
orange,
Any. Vitamin
B2
B2.
vitamin,
Next one, let's erase. How about this? Vitamin
vitamin
vitamin B3, vitamin B,
B5. So again, for water soluble, these are vitamin B1 or niacin, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, and vitamin B5. Okay, that's for water soluble. Now let's go to fat soluble. What are the vitamins here? These are vitamin A,
A,
vitamin
vitamin D,
uh-huh.
vitamin E, vitamin K.
Okay, so vitamin A, D, and D, E, and K. Okay, so don't forget those. Now let's proceed to trace minerals. Okay, let's continue. Oh. Okay, for trace minerals, we have here iron, manganese, copper, and zinc. Okay, so for iron, this is to give you energy. Okay, so that you will become stronger, something like that. Okay, so example, liver, red meat, beans, nuts, dried fruit, such as apricots. Next one is cereals or soybean. Okay, so if you eat this one, of course, it will give you iron or give you energy in your body. Okay, now let's go to copper. So for copper, it will help you maintain healthy bones, meaning to say a strong bones. Okay, strong bones, and of course your nerves in your body, your blood vessels to become healthy. So example again is liver, oyster is
dark chocolate,
shellfish. Next is mushrooms, nuts and seeds. Lobster is sea animal too. Leafy green vegetables and dark chocolates. Okay, so you can eat chocolate, but not too much. Okay, because that's not good for your teeth also. Okay, so again for copper, this is to help you maintain your bones, to have a healthy bones and nerves. Okay, next one is, let's go to the third example of trace minerals, which is manganese. Okay, so for manganese, this is for your brain. Okay, so that you can think, and so that your nerve will function properly too. Okay, so for example, whole grains, clams, oysters, mussels, clams, oyster, mussels, sea products. Okay, you can see the now let's go to another example is nuts, soybeans, and other legumes. Okay, for example, next, rice, leafy vegetables. Of course, number one here is the leafy vegetables that you need in your body. Okay, next one, coffee, tea, spices such as black pepper. Next is, of course, water. Okay, Next, again, for manganese, this is good for your brain. Okay, good for your brain. Now let's proceed to zinc. So for your zinc, it helps you to have a better immune system or metabolism. Okay, so that the food that you eat will be digested properly. Okay, for example, these are whole grains, milk products, oysters, red meat, poultry, cashews, and almonds. Cashews and almonds are nuts also. Okay, you know what? Don't write. Okay, good. Okay, now everyone, will you tell me the 4 examples of trace minerals? Like iron. What's the second one? Iron. What's this? Oh, come on, so that we will lunch. Okay, manganese.
Manganese.
Okay, will you read this one properly? Iron, go.
Iron,
Okay, manganese.
manganese,
Manganese.
copper,
Copper. C. C.
Okay, so again for iron, let's just have a recap here. For iron, this is good for your what? For your body, okay, for your entire body.
give energy
Energy, right? It gives so that your body becomes strong. Okay, how about copper?
Yeah.
To have a
no
healthy
bone broth
your nerves, your veins. Okay. Next one. How about manganese? This is good for your brain. Okay. Brain. Next one, zinc. How about zinc? Good for your
system
for your metabolism. Okay. And is also good for your sense of taste and smell. Okay, Mike? So again, will you tell me the 4 types of trace minerals? Start here. Iron, go.
iron
Next,
manganese,
manganese.
manganese,
Okay, next,
copper
zinc. Okay, good job. So those are examples for trace minerals. Now let's go to macro minerals. Okay, so earlier we mentioned that micro is for small, small doses, small amount. As for this, macro meaning to say larger amount. Okay, so you need to have this in a larger amount. Okay, let's have calcium. Okay, calcium is, of course, this is good for your bones, particularly your bones, okay, to make, to have a strong bones, okay. Examples, cheese, yogurt, milk, sardines, leafy green vegetables, cereals, orange juice, and soybeans. Okay, so again, calcium is for your bones, okay, to make it, to have a strong and healthy bones. So that's why every morning you are drinking milk, milk. Okay, next one is phosphorus. Phosphorus, okay, so it will still keep your bones healthy and strong, okay. Examples are chicken and turkey, pork, organ meats, seafood, dairy products, sunflower seeds, nuts like cashew or almonds, okay? And whole grains too. Okay, next one, magnesium. Okay, so for this one, this is also good for your heart. Okay, so that there would be no problem in your heart. You need to eat this foods that is rich in magnesium. Okay, for example, green vegetables, nuts, seeds, dry beans, or whole grains. Okay, so those are for magnesium. Next, sodium. Sodium, these are like it has a little bit salty, something like that. Okay, so sodium will control your blood pressure, but you need also to eat less for this, not too much too. Okay, so example for this, salted canned meat, salted nuts, as long as it's salty. Okay, as long as it has salt on it, but don't eat a lot of this one too. Okay, just a minimal. Okay, so again, for macro minerals, these are calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and sodium. Okay, so everyone, just a recap, will you give me the four types of water soluble vitamins, please? What are those? Like, read everyone.
Vitamin B,
Okay,
Vitamin B1.
B1, B2, how about here? Okay, three. Next.
Vitamin B5.
Okay, you read properly. Okay, now let's go to fat soluble vitamins. Okay, let's read. Vitamin A, go.
Vitamin A1. Vitamin
Next.
B2.
Shh. Okay, next one. Vitamin E, vitamin K. Okay, now let's go to trace minerals. You read. Oh, only you. Okay, go. Iron, go.
Iron.
Okay, next. Manganese.
Manta.
Okay, if you will not, okay, let's stay here until 12. Okay, copper, go. Copper.
Copper.
Okay, next. Zinc.
Zinc.
Calcium. For macro minerals, these are calcium, go.
Calcium.
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
Magnesium.
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 Right. Okay, next. Sodium.
Sodium.
Okay, so those are micronutrients. Okay, now let's go to the next part. Oh, peptide. Okay, so again, everyone, for vitamins and minerals, these are micronutrients, meaning to say these are nutrients that we need in a small doses. Okay, now let's go to protein, fats, water, carbohydrates. Okay, so for this one, these are macronutrients. Let's just erase this one first. Okay, so meaning to say, if for micronutrients, small doses, for macronutrients, these are larger doses, meaning to say in a bigger amount, okay? Larger amount of this kind of food, okay? Now let's have examples here for macronutrients. For macronutrients, these are carbohydrates. Wait. These are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Okay, so let's
Fat.
discuss them one by one. Okay, so for carbohydrates, first one is carbohydrates. Will you give me example for carbohydrates, please? Let's call Rinya Pat.
Milk.
Okay, milk. First milk. Oh, that's for-
Banana.
okay, banana. What else? Look for the
Brown rice.
here. Alika, brown rice. What else? Any brown rice.
Brown rice. Cake.
This one only, this part, okay? This circle. Brown rice cakes, okay? Bananas, milk, sweet potatoes, okay? So these are to help your brain to help your brain think properly, okay? So you need to eat carbohydrates too, especially in the morning, okay? Next one is proteins. Okay, examples of proteins, will you give me one or two? Like lean meats, okay, like fish and seafoods, eggs, cheese, okay? So these are the foods that will repair and build your body tissues. If there's a problem, you can also ask your doctors, okay? These are the pictures of the foods that is rich in proteins, okay? Fish, meat, seafoods, those ones. Okay, eggs also. Next one. Okay, now let's go to fats. Okay, fats. Let's have fats here, which is also good for your body. Like
Cheese.
here, it can stay in your body for about 6 months. Okay, so example. Will you give me examples?
Cheese.
Yes.
Nut.
Nuts. What else? Dark chocolate. Okay. Avocados. Oil. This one. Virgin coconut oil. Chia seeds. Whole eggs. Not only the yellow and not only the white, okay, the egg white, okay. So fats, it will give you energy, okay. These are the examples. Now, again, macronutrients in a larger amount. So will you give me the 3 examples of macronutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats? Okay. Okay. Everyone, will you read first the examples of fats? Go. Avocados, go.
avocado,
Avocado. Cheese. Dark chocolate.
boiled egg,
White egg.
fatty
Fatty sweet nut.
Chia seeds.
Cheese.
chia seed,
Chia seed.
Okay, next. Extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so the,
extra
Exxon olive oil.
yeah, so you're actually using this one when you cook foods. Okay, next. Let's go to proteins. Will you read this one? Just this one, the first. Annie, okay, go. Lean. Let's just erase so you can see it properly. Okay.
ลิ้นมีด
Just read this one. Lean.
ลิ้น
Okay.
มีด
How about this? Poultry.
poultry,
ที่
Okay.
feed
fish, fish
feed
and seafood,
and
egg,
food egg
dirty protect,
Maybe
for
product like yogurt or milk. Okay. Next one is
cheese,
okay.
cheese
These are the foods rich in. Okay. Next, which helps your body tissues in a good condition too. Okay, next one, carbohydrates. Okay, so it will help you fuel your brain, your kidneys, your muscle, your central nervous system. So these are the main source of energy. Meaning to say it's very important. Okay, now will you read the examples? Sweet potatoes, go.
sweet potato brown rice
Brown rice, what else? Next, lentils,
lentil,
lentil
oatmeal,
oatmeal banana milk
meals,
raisin,
resin,
dessert
chestnuts,
chestnut
brown,
brown cake
cakes. Okay, so again, for macronutrients, these are the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Okay, so don't forget those ones. So recap, let's do a recap or a summary. For macronutrients, these are the foods that we need, or these are the nutrients that in a larger amount. Okay. Next, for micronutrients, example for macro, proteins, fats, water, carbohydrates. Okay. So on the other hand, micronutrients in a smaller amount. Okay. Example, vitamins and minerals. Okay. So your homework today, okay? Listen carefully because you will do work. In your notebook, write 5 examples of carbohydrates, 5 examples of protein, 5 examples of fats, 5 examples of vitamins, and 5 examples of minerals. It should be food, okay? So you can search, or you can look into the slides, okay? Anyway, it's recorded. Okay, everyone? So again, what's your homework?
Write 5 examples
Write 5 example of carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, mineral.
Okay. Where will you write your answers? In your
Notebook.
notebook. Okay. So this is the end of our lesson, and let's continue it next week. Okay. So goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.